Visitors and Conventions Commission reminds us to shop locally. From our wide selection of national retail chains to our unique downtown shops, Jackson is a great place to spend the day. Catch an exhibit or grab some lunch or dinner from one of our national restaurant chains or local eateries. Spend the night in one of our national chain hotels. No matter what your plans, the City of Jackson and Jackson County in the rolling hills of Southern Ohio is a great way to spend the day. Just a friendly reminder from the City of Jackson Visitors and Conventions Commission.
At Vinton County National Bank, we believe in supporting the areas where we live and work. Now, we'd like to honor those who also serve our communities. Our new Community Champions account is especially for first responders, veterans, active military, and anyone employed in the fields of healthcare or education. This account offers rewards, discounts, and other benefits to those who give so much to others. Vinton County National Bank, rewarding those who serve.
I think
Hi.
so. Hey, good morning.
And real quick before we go on the air. Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to the morning show right here on Main Street TV, where we have an eclectic morning for you.
Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff planned and not a lot of stuff planned at the same time.
Something like that. So our sweet Dillon has been doing some wiring.
Yeah, I felt like a technician or something.
So you wanted to, so he got this idea, and when Dillon gets an idea, he pretty much figures out how to do it.
Yeah,
how to make it work.
I have no idea how to do it, and it takes me a minute, and I have to like really think about it and concentrate, and then I get something happening that we just didn't know could happen. It's a process.
So he figured something out. So.
I did. So basically, I don't want to confuse anyone with my like the way I did it. So basically, I took a chord and I split it into two chords. So now Mix 96 can go live, but we can go live with them too.
What?
Yeah. So
like
that's what we're going to
mind-blowing.
do today. We have to wait for them for a minute because they have other stuff on the radio they got to do, but we'll be on the radio when we get there. So Mix 96 will hear us.
Okay, so what you're saying is, just so I understand, I think I understand. I don't really understand. We'll be on the radio and they'll be on Main Street TV together,
Yes, same time.
merged, joined.
Completely merged. Just they're one now. The worlds combined.
What?
Yeah.
That's like world peace
Uh,
on the radio.
I mean, I guess so, yeah. Kind of. I don't know how many radio stations have done the same show together. Like, I know, like, Big D and Bubba, they're not just on 97 Country, the Bull. But I wonder, has Big D and Bubba ever gone live with, like, say, Free Beer and Hot Wings or the
I
Nut
don't
Hut or
know.
something? I don't know if they've ever done that. And if they have, it was probably just as easy as we'll come to your studio. I don't think they combine studios.
I guess I never thought about that. So here's the deal, because we are on Facebook, YouTube, some of those. We can't do the whole show with the gang because they play music, and there's this
music will
little-
kick us.
There's this little issue Facebook has with playing music. So we're just going to have a few segments here and there with the guys and see how it goes.
That's why I have one phone that he can call on, one phone that I can see him texting me, hey, I'm about to call, and then I don't go anywhere without a computer. So,
And then you have your keyboard to push buttons too.
yeah, then I have this to manage the show. So I'm like, I got like this little like setup.
It's like
here.
a buffet
It is. It's like a buffet of stuff.
of
like,
electronics.
Yeah, like random computer supplies and stuff you would see a geek having. I got my keyboard, I got my two phones, and I got my laptop. Which, by the way, I should check my laptop. I forget sometimes that I can do that here with this now. See if we got any comments. Good morning, Rick and Marlon.
Hi, Rick and Marlon. Thank you for watching. We appreciate you so much. And didn't you say that Rick was able to tune into one of your things at Rio? One of your casts? James was. Okay.
I think his name was Sasquatch something, and
Gotcha.
I didn't think like Sasquatch was James. I had no idea. I just saw someone commenting, and I was like, "Hey, thanks for watching." And then he said, "I came from Main Street TV," and I was like, "Oh,
That's awesome. Love that. So, being followed. How cute.
Yeah, it's nice when people tune into my other stuff. I got that I do, and then I got Jackson High School Esports. So if I saw James at Rio and at Jackson High School Esports, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
So wink, wink. I
Yeah.
can't wink very well. Is that winking? Is that a wink?
I mean, I would say that's more of a boink.
A boink? What's a boink?
A blink and a wink mixed together. Try it again.
Oh, thought that might be Matt.
Potential spam. Shall we answer it?
I mean, go for it. Let's see what they have to say on Main Street TV.
Okay. Hello? Hello?
I don't think they understand
Hi,
phone
this
calls.
is Evelyn Robinson calling with Spectrum Business Service. May I speak to the accounts payables of 6 Cents Production?
Oh.
Oh. Evelyn, I'll have to call you back. We're doing a morning show right now, honey.
Okay, I do apologize.
No, you're fine. Can you call me back? Okay.
I didn't expect that at all. I thought it was going to be like, hello, your computer's crashing. Can I get your login code? Or your car insurance
we
isn't
would,
been renewed.
we would like to buy your property that you own.
Yeah, something like that.
Just tell us a price and we'll give you cash. I
Or
love
like
those.
you didn't buy your car properly in 2008. We need you to rebuy it right now. What's your credit card? Like
Right,
I was
exactly.
expecting something like that. Then I just hear
I think
6
that was
cents
actually
brewing.
a legit call.
I think so.
No, where we had to move. And so this is a problem. They call me every day at this time. I didn't realize that's who it was, but now I know. They always call
Is
it
that
this
why it
time.
was spam? Because they call every day at this
Well, you would
time.
think that it would say Spectrum so
Yeah,
that you
I
would
mean,
answer the phone call
But
instead
maybe
of saying
Spectrum
spam.
has just called you so many times they register it as spam
Maybe.
now.
But where we moved locations from our old tap room to our current tap room, they're all kinds of confused. Because we basically just shut down this account and started a whole new account over here.
And you're not even that far away. Like you can probably touch the building from your window.
I can walk through the building to the
Yeah.
next building, yes. So they're super confused on what's happening. And then here's a hoot for you. This happened. So I said, I called Spectrum the other day. I said, I need to cancel my landline, because we had a landline for the brewery so people can call, right?
Good morning, John.
Good
Another
morning,
comment.
John. And the guy's like, okay, give me your. So they make you give your account number and a PIN, which is written on your bill.
I lost my PIN for my debit card, man. It's been a struggle.
Yeah, that's not good. So I call Spectrum. I'm like, hey, and I'm not knocking on Spectrum. It was just a hilarious conversation. It wasn't funny because it took like an hour and a half, but. So I give the guy my account number and my PIN that's on my bill that I've been paying since 2017 because that's when we opened the tap room. And dude goes, that's not a Spectrum account number or PIN. And I'm like, well, I don't know what to tell you, dude. You all send me a bill. This is the account number and I've been paying it since 2017. I don't know who I've been paying it to then if it's not Spectrum. Like,
Maybe that's where the potential spam actually got you.
well, so finally he comes back and he goes, it took me a while. He said, this is our old billing system. Like, we don't even use this billing system anymore. And I'm like, okay. Not my problem. Like, I just need to cancel this phone, man, because we've got a new one. And so he had to go get a supervisor. They had to literally go find somebody to log into their old billing system.
See, this right here is where like you talk adult stuff and like how I talk computer stuff.
Yeah.
I lose you, you lose me.
Well, like just like anybody sends you a bill, right? Like Spectrum sends you a bill, or your cell phone place sends you a bill. It's got an account number on it, right?
Yeah.
So that's how they identify you. Well, evidently Spectrum at some point had switched billing systems, the way that they bill you, except for some reason our phone didn't get switched over to their new billing system. I don't know where the money that we were paying him was going. I have no idea. Anywho, an hour and a half later, he finally comes back and is like, okay, I think I found it. We had to log into the old billing system. Never had this happen before. Not sure what happened. I'm like, cool. All right. So we may or may not have canceled all the stuff over at the old place. I don't know.
You know, I might lose you in the billing thing, but I can completely relate to the like, this has never happened before. You're the first person this has happened to.
And you're like, really? I doubt that.
Yeah, see, the same thing happened to me yesterday. I told you a little bit off air, but when I set up all these cords, when you do that, you have to take away so much stuff and like, you know, just move everything. So I had to move everything in this office like around, and it took me 4 hours to completely clean and redo the office. And that was rough, man. Like I was in here sweating and tired, and I'm like, why is this so hard? I'm just putting a cord into a computer.
Literally moving a cord.
I know, it's like plugging in your phone charger. Like you're just supposed to boop, but for some reason I'm like, oh, now I got to go over here, now I got to go do this, and I got to go do, and it took forever. Well, and it was just a pain.
And this is what happens with electronics too. And the guy that set up all of our TVs and speakers and everything at the new spot, he said, finally the other day, he said, is this building built on an Indian burial ground or something? And I said, I don't know. Because the strangest things have happened with just everything that's, you know, the TVs, the speakers, the everything has been weird. And when you get into electronics and you get into cords and you get into all that stuff, all you can do when it messes up is just start tracing things. And it is very time consuming.
That's kind of what I was doing.
And it is what you were doing, and none of it makes any sense whatsoever. A lot of times you're just like the rationality of it goes out of your mind.
So I just want to show the audience this real quick.
Okay. What are they doing?
I actually don't know. It was birthday parties. But
They're singing Beyonce over there.
But that is Matt and Big Papa. So they are on air right now. You can see them on Mix 96. Don't do that right now. Stay with us. But so they will be on here really soon. And yeah, that's what we're waiting on right now. They're doing their segment. But after that, they will call in and we'll call in and we'll do that.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see if Dillon pushed all the right chords and buttons.
But circling back to my thing yesterday, after I got the entire office organized and clean, I even put some new stuff in here. They can't see it, but you can see right there those blue little lights. Those are fancy.
I do see blue lights over there.
Yeah, it's nice.
What does that do?
It's like a switcher board I have now. I can kill the feed from Mix 96 and activate the feed whenever I'd like, instead of having to replug it in every day.
Good God, child.
Yeah.
You are a nerd.
I have
love
a phone
it, though.
now too. Like people can call and say, "Hey, I want to talk to Dillon at Total Media," and then Nicole will be like, "1 moment, click," and I might pick up.
Oh, you actually have a phone.
I do, but that's not the phone you can call on Main Street TV though. You'll have to call Matt on this text line. But yes, I got everything cleaned up in here, and then I sit down to do my work, and nothing's working. Like the Wi-Fi is just dead, and I'm like, "What? How?" And then I realized
all I did was plug a cord in.
Yeah, I plugged a phone in. Like it wasn't just the feed from Mix 96. I plugged a phone in, and I realized the phone killed it somehow. Like I don't understand how that works.
How can that even be?
Well, the thing is, it has to do with like the dial-up cords or something like that, or whatever they call it. It's like Ethernet, but it's not Ethernet. You know those old cords, landline cords?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
you're dealing with an analog something in a digital world, and it doesn't mesh well together. Let's just put it that way.
I don't understand that stuff. Like that's not something I've ever learned.
I don't know what a landline phone is.
Yeah, like if you were to say like plug this Ethernet in, I gotcha. But a landline, like I thought I'd just plug it in and it works. Nope, apparently not. So I got really confused, and I just sat here working on it for a while, and I'm like, I can't figure this out. So I had to run and get the tech guy, and then he came down and took a look at it. And his name's Jared, by the way. He's really nice. But he came in here, and I was like, yeah, I cleaned this whole place up. I got everything organized, and it's just not working. And then he took a look at it and he's like, I have never seen this before.
Of course. You're the first time.
Yeah, my room of the entire Stockmeister Plaza, this room is the only one that can't get Wi-Fi. And I could argue that that's the most important one because we're the only ones that use Wi-Fi daily.
Yes, all the time.
All the time, yeah. So it sucked. And then he had to look around for a while and he tried to figure it out. And basically he told me, what you're working with is on its last leg. Like, it's about to die, but it still works. You're good. Let me know if it crashes. I'll fix it for you. But, you know, it's just, it ain't working so hot. So he got it working for me. But yeah, it's my landline was like the last thing that was like it was like a tower of Jenga. And right as I stacked the last little block, which is a landline on it, everything tumbled. And then Jared rebuilt it for me real quick. And he's like, yeah, don't add anything else or it's going to die.
Don't plug another wire into another thing.
Yeah. So that was my afternoon.
No, I'm telling you, like, I can remember even, you know, with the analog stuff we used to use. I mean, it's everything would be working perfectly fine one day. You'd come in and it's like the whole thing just blew up or something. Yeah. And you're like,
oh,
what is
that
happening?
Is not Matt. Never ignore that. That was something else. Hi, Alan.
Yeah. You want to come in?
Oh, no.
Oh?
No.
Alan ran. We made Alan
he ran away.
That's how you get rid of the boss. You invite him on the show. Very good. No, that's actually very cool. And the fact that you came up with all that is pretty neat. So I'm gonna start answering all the spam calls here on the show, though. Hey, we did get holiday hours from the Jackson County Clerk of Court Title Department. So that's the License Bureau, all of the things that you know. Jackson County Clerk of Courts will be closed on Monday, December 26th and Tuesday, December 27th for Christmas. They will also close Monday, January 1st for New Year's Day. And I have a feeling the way that Christmas and New Year's falls this year, that there will be a lot of folks that will be taking that Monday and Tuesday off, just because of the way that it falls this year. So again, your Jackson County Clerk of Courts, thank you for letting us know. Title Department, Ohio BMV, will be closed on Monday, December 22nd or 26th and 27th, Tuesday, for Christmas, and Monday, January 1st for New Year's Day. So, yeah, because we have like Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve's on a Sunday, and then Christmas Day, New Year's Day is on a Monday, and then there's Tuesday. And
gotta be checking all the phones.
Gotta be checking all the stuff. So.
But yeah, that's good to let everybody know that.
Well, yeah.
Sometimes I just get emails and I don't know what they are, and I look at them and it's something about like a public notice, and I just print it out and hand it to you. That
one's kind of important.
Yeah, definitely.
So if you need to get your driver's license, need any title work done, anything like that, make sure you do it before Christmas, or you can do it the Wednesday after Christmas. Mm-hmm. So speaking of, we have a fun special program for you next Wednesday, a week from today, right? Is today Wednesday? Yes.
Is that what Jeremiah wrote on the calendar?
Yeah, so Jeremiah and I are going to do a really fun kind of like top 10 stories from this year. And so it will be kind of fun it will be a neat flashback to some of the crazy things. Some of the stories are always good. Some of them sometimes not so much, but nonetheless, top 10 stories of this year. And those are always kind of neat to show and remember.
Yeah, so last year I actually was in school during that segment, but this year I'll be here for it. So I'm excited to see that. It'll be my first time being involved in Jeremiah's top 10.
Yeah.
But it's a nice thing he does, and I'm excited to see it on the show.
Yeah, absolutely. And we will show it. And it's along with video. Of course, a lot of his videos are very long, so he's having to go in and edit and do some things
All right, Jen, I'm going to abandon you for a moment.
Oh.
I'm going to go get this set up.
I'm going to be abandoned. So here we go. We'll see if we can.
You maybe want to go over the weather real quick?
Yeah, I can do the weather real quick. And then we'll check in with the guys over at the Mix 96 studio, and we will see what they're up to. But today, Wednesday, looks like some sunshine in the forecast and pretty mild temperatures for this time of the year. Highs of 45, getting down to 22 overnight tonight. And then tomorrow, though, some sunshine in the forecast. Highs of 48, lows of 24. And then on Friday, a little bit warmer with highs sunshine, which we don't see this time of the year much, and highs of 53, lows of 28. So a little bit of rain popping in to your weekend forecast, but that's all right. Still not terribly cold temperatures for this time of the year, as we are into, believe it or not, the middle of December. It's already the 13th. Can you believe it? So, all right, Dillon, let's see what you got over there, buddy.
Well, it will take a few seconds longer, but I would like to point out something real quick just for the fun of it.
Okay.
The whole time me and you were talking up there, I could hear like an echo of sorts, and I was like, what is that? I've never heard an echo before.
Yeah.
Turns out Porterhouse was on my board yesterday, and he went through and turned a dial up real high.
Oh.
So when I put on my headphones here, I heard you, and I was like, oh my God, is that how we've been sounding? And then I realized it's just a setting that I can hear.
Okay.
It's like I got super tech intuition. I can just know when someone's like mess with my board, even from up there. But I was just like,
Someone touching my board.
yeah, I was just like, what is that? And I put on the headset, and I was like, it just hurt my ears, and then I fixed it.
Oh my God.
It was before I figured out this system, we were fiddling around with a few different things to get it working, and that's what Porterhouse did.
Porterhouse. So we need to go in there and blame Rodney for it?
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
So we don't have them on just yet, but I can show you a little view. Right here is the live, almost like a security camera feed. We can see them in there.
It does kind of look like that.
Yeah. So they're working on it right now. Just got to wait for, do we call now?
See what
Hold
they're
on
up
just
to.
1 second.
I like that Matt's been wearing Christmas sweaters every day. He had a Griswold family Christmas one on yesterday. He's got another.
You can see he got the message from me. He's like pointing like, oh, Matt, you need to do this now. Oh, there he goes.
Oh, looks like they're calling us, so we'll see. This is like a sick and cruel joke because they don't know that we are watching.
I know, man. It's like one of them, like when you get access to a security camera.
We're watching you.
We are watching.
We are watching.
Oh, he's dialing.
You.
So I'm gonna go ahead and get that. Looks like he's calling me.
We'll see what's happening with the guys over next door. We'll see if this works or not.
Oh.
Okay. I heard a phone ring. Did you get it, Dillon?
Let's see.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Matt, can you hear us? Oh.
We're working on it.
Oh, okay. Working on it. I don't know if you can hear us. If you are talking, Matt, we're trying to fix it.
What's that?
And that should do it. All right. Can you hear us?
I can barely hear you.
Oh, there he is.
Hey, guys. Can you hear us?
I hear you.
They can kind of hear us.
Oh, that ain't good. Let me see what I can do.
Okay. Dillon's working on it, guys. So what are you guys doing over there?
We're getting to go back live, so
Aha.
I'm gonna set the phone down a second.
Okay.
Right back.
Okay.
Hope he didn't hang up. Oh, he did.
He did.
Well, we'll just fix it while we're live.
That's fine. All right. So, Dillon, I have a question for you.
All right.
What is the best Christmas gift you ever received?
Let me think for a moment on that. Well, it's a tough call, but I'd have to say the little helicopter I got when I was a little kid, because the way I got it. So, like, we were trying to go through and get everybody's presents to everyone. I went through and opened all mine, and it was a really nice Christmas. And then I thought everything was over, And then right on the top of like the Christmas tree, right by a staircase, because we had it right by the stairs,
Yeah.
there was a little present there. And my dad brought it down, and it was a little helicopter I had been wanting. So it was just, I didn't think I was going to get anything else, and it just happened to be the last one, you know.
Aw, that is so cute. And were you like little then, or were you?
Yeah, I was a little kid at that time. Little Dillon.
Maybe Santa left it for you.
I got a suggestion from Jeremiah Shaver, the Telegram News,
Okay.
to turn on my camera too. I will see if I can. My camera is not the best. Let's see if I can. I have no idea what that looks like. We'll see if it works.
Well, I can see you.
Flipping a few things around here.
Okay. So I was looking up some of the gifts that
Oh God.
kids are wanting this time of the year, and I find it very interesting. Well, number one, I don't find it very interesting that Barbie is like top of the list. I see you.
No. Yeah, I don't know if this is the best idea, Jeremiah. It's all jittery. Matt should be calling any second now. They had 2 minutes till they were going back on air, so
Okay.
he should be back in just a moment.
So, so I don't find it hard. I don't find it difficult to realize that Barbie is top of the list with a lot of kids on their Christmas lists. But the funny thing to me is about this is the fact that the Barbie stuff is still like the original, the OG Barbie stuff. Now, the Barbie Dream House is one of the tops of the list. And the thing is, though, we all had the Barbie Dream House, but the Barbie Dream House now is super duper cool. So I just need to show you. It has a slide into a pool. It has a palm tree. It has all kind of fun stuff. So here, I'm going to show you what the Barbie Dream House looks like real quick.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. I'd like to live there.
Right?
I mean, it's all pinkified, but like I'd still live there.
Well, it's Barbie. And so I just thought it was really interesting, though, that is like still a thing. And also, if you were a little girl and played with Barbies, the Barbie Corvette is still a big thing, which I thought was really, really cool. And then, so I looked up a lot of the things that kids were asking for this time of the year. And one of them, and I've never seen this before, and what a fun thing to be if you were a kid. It's a mini pottery studio. It is so cool. So you can actually make like little pottery things with your own mini pottery studio. Crafts ranging from beginner to master, the mini pottery studio includes 10 projects for your little one to tackle. There's also, Dillon, do you like cotton candy?
I do like cotton candy.
There's a real cotton candy maker for kids. Oh, that's not a good idea.
Yeah, probably not.
Why is little Johnny crawling around on the ceiling?
Yeah.
Because he ate all the cotton candy. Yeah. So then there's some games.
All right. Looks like we're about to go on.
Okay. We'll see how that works.
Let's hope we can get it. It's a
We
real
got
tricky
it.
system I've built up here, but see, we can see Matt right there. Looks like he's about to call.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm wrong. Oh, there he goes.
Okay. Looks like he's going to call. So are they calling us when they're not on the air or when they're on the air?
I'm not actually sure. I thought they were going to do it off air, but we might just be joining right in during the show.
Okay. We'll take it. I hear rings.
All right, I got to transfer him over.
Okay.
Let's see if it worked.
Let's see if it worked. Hey guys, you there?
Hey, okay, we're gonna try this. I got you sound like you're in the background,
Me?
and so I don't hear you real well. But we're gonna see what happens here. So I'm gonna switch you guys over, and we're gonna do our intro, and we'll see what happens.
Okay.
So
Let's do this.
All right, here goes nothing. We got 15 seconds.
Okay, sounds
All right,
good.
so
Hopefully,
15
hopefully won't
seconds.
get muted because of the last of this song, but it's ending, so
Okay, cool.
here goes nothing.
So, Dylan, did you play with Furbies?
Mix 96 FM, 9:40 on the morning.
The audience can't actually hear that. It's just us.
I'm here. How you guys doing? I know. I can barely hear you too. Dylan's working on all this stuff, so we'll see how it goes. How's that?
It sounds like we're still getting picked up from a cell phone speaker. That's
Yeah, so it sounds like the cell phone's picking it up. So we've got like 3 or 4 different lines working in different ways here. So
So, what are you guys up to
It is
this
getting
morning?
crazy because I'm watching a live stream of Main Street TV right now, which has a little delay. Us.
There, guys, do
then
we sound
I've
any
got
better
the
now?
computer over here, and I see us twice. I hear
we
you.
hear you just fine, Dylan.
Does that sound any better,
You hear
guys?
Jennifer.
Hey, all right.
So
So I heard you guys talking about, were you talking about Christmas presents or something? I heard something
Yeah.
about Barbie dolls.
Yeah, well, so I was looking up like the top, like kids' toys for this time of the year, and it's no surprise that Barbie's at the top of the list. But I was just saying, the Barbie dream house that we all played with, this ain't your mama's Barbie dream house anymore. Like,
No.
this thing is
No.
pimped out.
I'll have to check that out. I know I had, somebody was looking for some vintage Barbie stuff, and we had a 1980s, circa 80s dream house at my house.
hey,
Still there.
I will gladly sell someone a hand-built wooden dollhouse that we bought a few years ago when the girls were young that they no longer play with. And so if anybody's looking for a nice wood dollhouse that's fully tricked out, so it's not a Barbie dream house, but you can make it Barbie's dream house.
Sure.
This is a Dollar General Barbie dream house.
Well, this thing has a slide and a pool and everything. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh, wow.
I didn't get a swim in our Barbie. My sister's Barbie house didn't have a pool, I don't think. So
I heard it's got like a 6-car garage attached. You
course,
can
we
put your RV in.
my sister didn't have the Barbie Corvette. She had the Barbie Chevette.
So, yeah, so the Barbie Corvette is still a thing, and it's actually made by Hot
Right.
Wheels now, which is kind of cool. A little collaboration there. And I basically played with the Barbie horse. I was obsessed with my Barbie horse, shocker. And so, yeah, I never had the Corvette, but my cousin had the Corvette. So that was awesome when we got together. We could play.
Didn't the horse have a name too? I
I
remember.
I don't remember. Isn't that awful? I played with that thing like nonstop, and then I got a real horse, and then my poor real horse had to become basically my toy, like the Barbie horse, and sit and let me brush its mane
Well,
and braid it and all that stuff too.
So Jennifer, I don't know that our audience knows this. Of course, the Main Street TV audience knows that you are the horse queen. But I'm not
yes.
so sure whether the 96.7 audience knows that. Yes.
Yes, I mean if you were
Famously the horse
around,
queen.
if you were around the Jackson County Fair in 1990, you got to see Jennifer be the horse queen. That was like Baby Jen.
That's right.
Yeah, the Jackson County Fair horse queen. So.
That's
Hey.
cool. Well, this is fun to try out new. So
And it's National Horse Day, by the way, too. In case you didn't know that.
Is it? Well, how fitting.
Yeah, it is National Horse Day. So yeah, so.
and
You
hot cocoa.
No,
Hot cocoa day.
It's Cocoa Day.
Oh,
not-
just cocoa
yeah.
day. Okay.
Oh, I like cocoa. We have
I don't
cocoa
know.
here in the studio.
Yeah.
So, you know what I found out about being the
yeah.
horse queen? It has its privileges. It's like American Express. I actually get a
yeah.
lifetime free entrance to the Jackson County Fair.
That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. So.
Right?
Yeah, usually you're down there about every day from Main Street TV anyway, so.
I know. I'm like, well, I'm going to be there anyway, but thank you for letting me in. And then I say I was the horse
I was
queen, and they
afraid
look at me
you-
like I'm crazy.
I was afraid you were going to say that you've got a lifetime supply of glue or something.
Oh, no. You just went there, didn't you?
That's just mean. He did.
All right.
Did you ever threaten to make your horse glue?
Do what?
Did you ever threaten to send your horse to the glue factory?
Somebody's doing construction work outside. I can't.
I just heard a drill.
Yeah, I'm here. We're
Yeah.
here too, so.
Anyway.
Good grief.
No, he was asking. So what were you going to say? We'll let you lead the conversation.
Oh, no, that's fine. I was asking because Dylan and I were talking about toys, and I was asking him what the best Christmas present he ever got was. Do you guys have one?
Ooh.
I can tell you my most memorable.
Okay.
I remember being a little boy, and all I wanted was a new bike for Christmas. And I remember my first bike was gold, and it was very, I don't know, I would say it was like very 1950s. It had the banana seat.
Yes.
Okay, and it was used. And I wanted a new bike.
Oop.
Oh, Dylan's pushing buttons.
And so my parents said, hey, why don't you go outside and let's go ahead and put that on your bike. And
Then you realize, yeah.
my new bike was sitting in
I'm
the
sure he's
garage.
telling a really good
By the
story.
way, my new bike was also used.
It was about his bike, and now we've missed it.
Yeah, it looks like we might have lost him.
Okay.
Probably here.
Yeah, a little bit of a delay, I think.
I'm sorry we lost him.
Did we lose you guys?
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, guys. We lost you. All right.
Yeah, I
So
think we're losing you a little bit there, so.
we will try that again at some point. So we know that Josh got a bike with a banana seat as his most memorable Christmas present. And I'm trying to think what my most memorable Christmas present was.
For me, it was that helicopter, but I wouldn't. That was like my favorite one that I got when I was little. I guess I don't really have a whole lot that I can remember of nowadays.
Well, because when you get older, things get more responsible.
Yeah, that's for sure.
You get like socks and underwear and like, boring stuff that you need.
Yeah.
Clothes.
I got socks one time, and like I thought they were going to be like, so I had been really into comic books at the time.
Yes.
And my aunt bought me.
Had been.
Well,
What?
yeah, I guess me with comic books, man. So I used to be really into them. And then as I got older, I just started to find them more annoying, I guess. Because some of them are like really cool, but like some like Superman are just super unrealistic, I guess. Like,
Okay.
Like think about Iron Man. Do you know who Iron Man is?
No.
Iron Man is this dude who like,
He's a mascot of Jackson.
well, that's the other Iron Man.
Oh, okay.
But this Iron Man, so he builds this suit and he puts it on and he's like made of iron now and he can fly around and shoot people. So that's kind of like his whole thing. He's Iron Man. He has the song, I am Iron Man. And then there's Superman. That dude just flew out of space. Like,
I know who Superman is.
so I just find certain comic books really unrealistic and some of them are really good. But at Christmas...
Wait, did you just say I find comic books unrealistic?
Well...
Wait.
Yeah. I mean, I guess
Okay.
the whole concept of like every comic book is kind of unrealistic.
Yeah.
Yeah. But some of them are like even more unrealistic, I guess.
Okay.
But yeah, at Christmas one time I was into comic books and this is before I had that whole like, unrealistic thing. But I was getting a bunch of them and my aunt got me one. It was like really cool. And then the next one I thought was like this pack of comic books and it was just a pack of socks. Yeah. That was an interesting moment. I mean, I appreciated it, of course. We always appreciate a Christmas present.
Yes.
But sometimes they're not always what you think they are.
Yes. Oh, I'll bet that's a really cool something. Oh, it's socks. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm trying to think. I remember getting Matt was mentioning or Josh was mentioning getting a bike. And I remember getting a bike for Christmas, which was really, really cool. But I also remember one of the most fun toys that I had was a Light Bright. Do you remember? Do they still make Light Brights?
What was that?
Light Bright.
Light Bright? I don't know.
Light Bright, making things with lights.
Yeah, I have never heard of that before.
We're going to find a Light Bright commercial. Let's look it up. Light Bright commercial.
Man, that's probably really loud, guys. I'm sorry about that. I forget how close my phone is to the microphone.
Yeah. Okay. So they make giant Light Brights now. But, Light Bright. No, that's 1992. We need from the 70s. Here we go. Yes. Things with Light Bright.
Light Bright, the toy that lets you create beautiful pictures with light.
Making things with light.
Work with colorful
See, I still remember.
Yeah, I have
Nailing
never
it.
heard that before.
Animals, things, and with
This is from the 70s.
or Bozo the Clown.
Bozo the Clown.
You can make lots of pretty pictures with Light Bright from Hasbro.
So it was literally one of my most fun Christmas gifts because a Light Bright is this like box of light. Does anybody remember it? Tell me you all had Light Brights. They were so cool. And then they sent these like papers. It looked like black construction paper, and you put over the top of the light box. So you have like a box of light, and you stick this black paper over it, and it had like little colored pegs, and you stuck the pegs in, and you made a picture.
You know, I don't remember anything like that. I've heard of things kind of
like that.
similar. Huh.
So you can make.
I want to say those are still around, but I don't think they're called
Look,
the same
they were
thing.
like little pegs. It was so fun. So now they make giant ones. Like if you go to Easton, you go in Penn's Mechanical Company there, which is where you go to do the duck pin bowling, and it's like a bar, and they have all kind of games and fun stuff. They have a giant Light Bright with like big pegs, and you can either make appropriate pictures or non-appropriate pictures.
Well, we do have one thing about a Christmas that Jeremiah said.
What does Jeremiah say?
I can remember a Christmas that my brother and I got a puppy, but probably my favorite year was the year I got a Nintendo 64 DK Jungle Green version.
Oh.
I have never heard of a DK Jungle Green.
What is
Nintendo
that,
64.
Jeremiah? What is a DK Jungle Green?
Yeah, I'm not sure of that, but I got an Xbox once for Christmas, and that was a pretty nice one.
I would say so.
Yeah, it's always exciting when you get a new console that you've never played before. It's just a real, like, ecstatic moment, you know?
Yeah.
It's exciting.
Yeah. So I lived through the Cabbage Patch doll debacle as well, and ended up with a Cabbage Patch doll, which is really cool. You would not remember that. That was back in the 80s.
I remember, what was it, Garbage Pail Kids?
Yeah.
I know those are like two completely different things, but
Yeah.
I always thought they were similar because I think it was the boys like the Garbage Pail Kids and the girls like Cabbage Patch Girls. Was
Cabbage
that it?
Patch Kids.
Cabbage Patch Kids.
Because there was girls and boys. Dolls. So Cabbage Patch Kids came out and they became like, when I say they became like a sensation or a craze, I that's like the understatement of the century. So they came out and basically every Cabbage Patch doll was different and they all had different names and they came with like a birth certificate. And so you like adopted the baby. But
Just like a baby doll, basically?
But they were all different. They came with like their names, their birth certificates, then you sent it in and you adopted it and then it became yours. And they had like clothes and all this stuff. But what happened was they made these things and then people lost their minds and you couldn't find them anywhere. So people were literally beating the crap out of each other in stores. I'm not joking. Like, it was bad.
Wait, actually, like beating each other
Yes.
up? Oh, dang. I thought that you were exaggerating.
No, this was back in the 80s too. This wasn't like modern day. Like, this was way back when we probably had a lot more peace than we have today. And I mean, people were losing their minds. There was all kind of back alley deals and all kind of crazy stuff. Yeah, going on. And so it was kind of like you didn't go to the store and you picked out what Cabbage Patch Baby you wanted. Like, you just, if you could get one, you took it. You got it. So you didn't really get to choose. But they had all different kind of hair and colors and hair colors and eye colors. And they all looked different. They had different clothes on, all this stuff. So yeah, it was nuts. And yeah, literally people were assaulting each other over these
That is
things.
crazy. I remember like Beanie Babies. It kind of made a small comeback recently. I guess it wasn't too large, but Beanie Babies kind of got popular again. And then my grandma was telling me about how when she was younger, it was kind of a similar deal. You would like, I guess it didn't really have like an adoptive system or anything like that, but you would get your Beanie Baby and you get one that was like say the 4th of July Beanie Baby.
Yeah.
Then you get another that was like a brown teddy bear, and people would just always collect them.
Yeah, they
I
did.
don't think anyone ever beat each other up over them.
Oh, they probably did. But
they might have.
Cabbage Patch Dolls might have taken the cake. So then they made another run back not too long ago with Cabbage Patch Dolls, and I don't know if they still sell them or not, but yeah, it was definitely a thing for a while.
Got a few more comments.
Okay.
Jeremiah said, "Look it up. It came with a copy of Donkey Kong." So I'm guessing it's kind of like how Xbox is. You'll get like the Call of Duty Xbox, and it has kind of like a nice design to it, but it just comes with the game.
What is it? Nintendo 64?
Nintendo 64 DK Jungle Green version. See, it's just got such like a special name to it that I just thought it'd be something different.
Jungle.
Green
Let's
edition.
Google it. Okay. Jungle Green Nintendo 64. Looks like it had... I'm looking. Jungle Parkway Island. Was there a Mario Kart? Donkey Kong. Jungle Green Donkey Kong 64 bundle. There it is. Pre-owned. They want $200 for it on eBay.
I guess that's not too bad for like an older style thing.
It's got like all the controllers and stuff are like green, like jungle green.
Oh, okay. So it is kind of what I was thinking, like with the Call of Duty Xbox. It's got a nice little Call of Duty design. Okay.
It's like grass green.
Okay, so it's just kind of to look like the jungle. That makes sense.
Yeah. Interesting. I didn't know that there was like different things
And then
like that.
James said that he never owned one, but yes, he remembers Light Bright. So he remembers Light Bright.
Okay.
I didn't. I'd never heard of it before.
Oh, it was so fun.
And then Crossman BB rifle, when I was 10, still have it 72. Now it still works. So that's Rick Sims' favorite Christmas
BB, like a
present.
BB gun?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then Jeremiah said, "Well, I might have just got a copy of DK and the Nintendo 64. It wasn't the package deal."
Uh-huh. But it was green nonetheless.
Yep. Jungle green.
Jungle green. Not just grass green, jungle green. That sounds like really
It does.
like
Sounds
exotic.
like yeah, like special. Like it's a jungle green. It's like how you get like certain like crowns and like they got fancy names to them.
Yeah.
Like
Like it can't just be black or
no,
white
it's never
or
just black.
red
it's something like
or
night sky or
yeah.
something.
I know. Like, who's the person that names Crayola crayons?
I don't know. Probably someone who has like fancy deodorant or something. Like someone who's got like the special sneakers. Like,
Do you remember when they got in trouble for Flesh?
no.
Yeah. So, and this was like completely unpolitically correct. I have to agree that there was a Crayola crayon color called Flesh. So it was like almost like a peach color.
Oh.
So Everyone's like, "Oh, really?" Because, like, what?
Yeah, I can see the problem with that.
Oh, okay, white people. Like,
Yeah,
with your Crayola crayons. So anyway, they ended up changing it, and I forget if they changed it. What did they change the flesh color to? Apricot or something?
I remember having those in elementary. I can't remember what they were called, but I remember using that one.
Yeah. So yeah, got in a little bit of trouble over that.
Yeah, I can see that, and that's just a weird thing to call it too. Flesh, like
it's just a gross word anyway.
yeah,
It's like ew.
That's not a good word to use. Flesh, it's just ill.
Just make it peach or like I don't know. If I remember, it was kind of an orangey, like a light pinky orange color.
I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, it's just a weird word in general.
Ew.
Flesh.
Gross. I wonder how many other Crayola crayons they've gotten in trouble through over the years.
I'm actually curious of that.
Unpolitically correct.
Times Crayola got in trouble.
Crayola.
They fired their crayons. What? Oh, yep. Flesh gets a new name. While everyone acknowledged that the civil rights movement brought about great strides in American society, most individuals overlooked the huge advances it brought the crayon community. In 1962, Crayola voluntarily changed Flesh to Peach in an attempt to avoid legal issues.
I don't know why I said apricot. Yeah. I mean, let's just be honest about it. So, offensive crayons guaranteed to bring the worst out.
What? Huh. I guess kindergartners got like really crazy because they got a chance to name crayons like through a voting thing. Like we could call in and say something like they would vote.
Weird.
And yeah, they got Blizzard Blue, Magic Tint, Teal Blue, and the older Mulberry. What?
Okay. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, they Crayola announced that it wasn't the best idea.
Yeah, exactly. Let's little children name things. Yeah, so Flesh was not good. Prussian Blue.
Oh, I think I saw that one too.
The Kingdom of Prussia remained an independent state from 1701 to 1871. Unfortunately, the crayon dubbed Prussian Blue had a far shorter reign in the Kingdom of Colors. It was unceremoniously stripped of its name in 1958. They also had a They also had a crayon named Indian Red.
I think I saw that one too.
Yeah, not the best. Over years, teachers began to worry that children would see the crayon as a reference to American Indian skin color. So they changed it to chestnut in 1999. So, yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, I think we're on the exact same article.
Yeah,
Number
we are.
5 is the kindergartner one I was talking about.
Year 90 brought the first forced retirement of colors in the House of Crayola. Just like that, old fogies blue-gray, green-blue, lemon-yellow, maize, orange-red, orange-yellow, raw umber, and violet-blue were sent out to waxy pastures. They were replaced with new generation colors, cerulean, fuchsia, and dandelion. I mean,
Yeah,
I was okay with lemon yellow.
I guess
what's wrong
things
with
like
lemon
Crayola,
yellow?
you just don't really think about like what's going on inside the Crayola world. You just get your crayons and you go on. Like, you don't really think about like the weird situations they might run into with legal trouble and stuff. Like, who would think Crayola would get in legal trouble?
Like of all the things in the world, why are crayon names a thing? But
yeah.
Also, you understand when they're called flesh.
Yeah, like that totally makes sense they got in trouble, but like how odd is it that Crayola gets in trouble, you know?
Oh my God. Why do you have to change lemon yellow to dandelion?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, but lemon yellow sounds cute to me.
Yeah.
And we all know what color lemons are, so that makes sense.
I actually looked up the history of the color orange the other day.
Okay.
And if I remember correctly, like I could be wrong, but I think they said they named the food orange. Like it was just, that was an orange. And then they released different colors, and the color of orange was one of them. And they were like, hey, let's just call it the same thing. It looks like that orange over there.
Oh, that makes sense.
Which could happen with yellow and banana. If banana was made before yellow, it could have just been banana and banana.
I like it.
So imagine that. Like you're like, hey, make that banana. Like which banana?
It's kind of weird because, well, hi. We didn't get to hear the
Josh.
rest of your story. You got cut off. So we need to know. We need to know about the bike.
Before I was so rudely disconnected by
Yes,
Dillon.
exactly.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Anyway, speaking of Mom, so the story went that I got this gooseneck pad for my bike. You
So,
know,
like for the seat?
handlebars?
Oh, for a gooseneck pad.
Yeah, so that way you hit, if you didn't hit your knee. So I had this old bike. It was I call it a banana bike with the banana seat.
Yes.
It was gold.
Yes.
Okay, and I needed a new bike. So I asked for a bike for Christmas. And instead, I got a safety pad.
No.
So I was a little disappointed.
Yes.
And it was, the little pad just to cover for the handlebars. Well, you should go put this on your bike. And I went out to the garage and there was a new bike.
Oh, they got you.
So they got me. Now here is a piece of advice that I can give people. The other one that I remember was snooping around in the basement looking for stuff when I was a little kid. And finding an Atari 2600.
Okay.
Now I was, really little, and it was, oh my gosh, did we get an Atari for Christmas? Did we get an Atari? And in my parents' infinite wisdom, it was, no, you didn't get an Atari. Some friend of ours got an Atari for their kids and asked us to hide it here at the house.
Oh.
So that their kids wouldn't find it.
Yeah.
So, but think about it, as a young
So you're
kid,
devastated.
I'm devastated because I didn't get an Atari.
But your friend did.
Some friend of my parents got their kid an Atari. So, of course, I got an Atari for Christmas. But it was just at the time
But your
one of those.
psyche was just crushed.
I think my parents, those were the two. There's nothing like knowing those are the two biggest memories.
Yes.
Well, that and I was really into the Dukes of Hazzard as a kid, like many people were.
Dude. Yes.
And I had a plastic police car. And I used to bang that thing off the walls. It was great.
Yeah.
And we would the plastic
jumps for
remember
'em to-
the plastic would always break.
Oh yeah.
Well, then
The wheels would fall off.
You'd take a match and you'd just melt the plastic back together.
Because that was safe.
Yeah, sure. So that's what we did.
And God knows what we
melt it back
breathed in
together.
while we were doing all that.
Yeah, but those were my Christmas gifts that I remember. It wasn't like, I don't know. I feel like people approach Christmas a little bit differently now. And maybe I do it differently as a parent. When a lot of people have started talking about doing experiences for Christmas instead of presents.
Like go to Chicago and see a play or something.
Yeah, so we've done that. We've done that for going to. I think we went to Hamilton for Christmas one year, and I love doing that, and those things are really memorable. But I don't know that anybody remembers that you did that for Christmas. They just remember that you did it.
That you did it, yeah.
So
I don't know. It's you think back about like being a kid and what do you remember? But yeah, I remember the bike. So my next door neighbor Megan and I were the same age, and being the same age girls. While we were super great friends and loved each other dearly, we were also very competitive.
Sure.
So I remember Megan's birthday is in October, and she got a 10-speed bike for her birthday in October, and I could have died. I mean, you would have thought, and I remember Like, and I'm like, could you be any more of a brat like Jen? Like, what is wrong with you? But I was just like so upset about it that she had a 10-speed and I didn't.
Unable to appreciate the fact that somebody else got something and said you're jealous of it.
Yeah. And then she came over and was like, do you want to ride bikes? And I was like, no, I don't want to ride bikes. You know, and then I was all upset. So anyway, I got my 10-speed for Christmas. So then all was good. In the land of competitive, 10-year-old girls or whatever it was.
I guess maybe I was the same way because I remember being a teenager and we used to ride our bikes everywhere. We rode everywhere.
Very much.
And when we turned like 14, my friend Jason got a moped.
Oh.
So we would ride our bikes and he was on his moped.
Yeah.
And I just remember we're riding along and he looks over at my friend Josh and Jason. So he looks over, he's like, I'm going to ride ahead because my wrist is getting tired. We were not very happy with him. Yeah. So
it's like I gotta something I'm gonna.
And of course,
stick in the spokes
we
here.
didn't end up getting, we didn't end up with mopeds.
Right.
But I remember looking like, I want a moped.
Just have to have one because my friend has one.
But I think mopeds probably at that point in time cost as much money as my first car did.
Right, exactly. So one question before we get out of here. Dylan's too young to remember the Cabbage Patch debacle.
Oh,
of 1980, whatever the heck that was. Do you remember that?
I do.
Where people were literally beating the tar out of each other over these things.
I remember that between Cabbage Patch and what was the little bears? Care Bears.
Yeah.
So that was a big deal too, right?
Care Bears were a big thing. And then we got into some of the Furbies and all that stuff were much later on. But I think Cabbage Patch Dolls may go down in infamy.
People buying, I think I've heard stories of, I don't remember there being Cabbage Patch Dolls at my house. I mean, I didn't have one, but my sister probably did. But she was 4 years younger than me. I remember my mom making Care Bears, having a pattern and being able to make Care Bears.
Yeah.
That I remember.
They were cute. Care Bears were cute.
But that was all, again, right around that same time period.
Yeah.
But yeah, Cabbage Patch.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was. I think it had something to do with when they were released. Yeah.
What year were Cabbage Patch Dolls released? 1978.
Really?
That was the first one.
See, I wouldn't have remembered that.
No. Okay, so now they're saying...
Yeah, the year that Cabbage Patch...
The year that they lost their minds was 1982.
Okay.
Xavier Roberts. And I remember that because the fake ones didn't... his name, imprinted in the back of their head. I think it was their necks, maybe. Something. And if you had a fake one, it didn't have that.
I mean... To me, that was kind of like, what are the dolls that they're, the American Girl dolls, only way bigger.
Yeah.
So, and American Girl dolls, those are such a funny thing now where.
Is that still a thing?
I think it's kind of a yes and no. It's still a thing. It's just that everybody that I knew that had them, of course, at this point, they're selling off their collection.
Yeah.
So nobody's really doing anything with them anymore.
We don't need any more original ones because there's a whole bunch of them that people don't want anymore.
I mean, we had, all of these accessories and a backpack and all of that crazy stuff at our house. And then I know my nieces, they had, 3 girls and they had the same thing, just so much.
All of it.
And I think finally they're like, all right, well, we've got this entire room dedicated to these. We need to get rid of this so we can get something different.
We need our house back.
Yeah,
well,
all right,
very good.
I left Matt, and we've run out of time.
Yeah, we ran out of time. Well, thanks for stopping by, telling the rest of your bike story. That's a good one.
So it was fun to play with that technology. I know that one of the hard parts was I was trying to look at the show. So imagine this. I don't know if you could really tell. So I'm sitting there on my laptop. I've got one half of the screen has Main Street TV up, which of course comes on a delay.
Yes.
And then the other half has this computer up and things moving to multiple screens. And I'm trying to talk to Matt about what's going on. I'm trying to text Dillon to see what we're doing. But I was going absolutely nuts over there trying to go, all right, how do we do this? And I don't know that we can actually talk to you off air. We can't hear you when I don't think we can hear you when we're off air. So we're going to have to play with that. So
yeah,
anyway.
we'll fix it.
It was fun to jump in, but it was a little concerning when all of a sudden I'm looking on the screen going, "Hey Matt, we're on Main Street TV right now."
yeah. I thought we were going on, and we weren't. And we were just watching.
I'm like, this is fun. I hope somebody doesn't pick their nose, or I hope they do.
Well, so we were talking about all that. So anyway,
all right.
Thanks.
Thank you. All right, we got to get out of here for the day. We do have guests tomorrow, which will be talking about the DM Davis Choir. So that's always fun. Are you part of that?
I was.
Okay.
Actually, once the Marquee opened, I ended up moving on to other things.
I got you.
Yeah, I did that for several years.
Yep, very good. Very, very cool. And they will have a wonderful concert coming up here to get you in the mood for Christmas. So, all right. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you right back here tomorrow.